Welcome to another video. I'm in Wales. Why am I in Wales? Well, so you may or may not know that I have a property business with my partner Harry, and what we do is we buy properties and we renovate them and we let them out, or we convert them to HMOs, all sorts of stuff. But got a property business. We've just completed on a property in Taylorstown in Wales, and I've driven up here today to meet Harry to have a look at the property. I thought I'd bring you with me and show you some of the realities of the property business. Anyway, let's go. Here it is. It's not actually in bad shape. What I'll do is I'll get Harry to explain briefly. Harry, how did we find it?
So the property came about on a WhatsApp chat I'm in from an old friend.
We've had loads of other problems. Talk about, tell everyone what happened this morning.
Well, the story started with we secured the property.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And then the owner panicked, decided to put it at auction.
Yeah, do we know why he panicked?
I think this property was under offer before. The people who are under offer saw damp, panicked.
Oh, and pulled out.
Thought, oh, no, that's too much work.
Right.
It's not too much work.
Yeah.
And then he probably thought the same's going to happen again with these guys.
Yeah.
They're going to panic through the damp, so just put it on auction because then it's a guaranteed sale.
Right.
A month later, maybe, we find out it's been put on the auction house.
Yeah,
The agent didn't know about it or anything like that.
Yeah.
Our solicitors didn't know. We didn't know.
Yeah. I bet they did know, but I bet they just...
They're just too useless.
Yeah. I bet.
Yeah. And then I think it only got the highest offer was about 67,000. We were under offer at the time for 80,000. Went to auction, didn't sell. We went back to him and said, we've seen you put it at auction, you're trying to mug us off essentially. We're going to chip you down to 75,000. 75,000, push that forward. And then obviously you had some business difficulties.
Yeah. I have difficulties getting hold of my money.
Yeah.
So the original plan was actually for me to fund all of the properties that we were doing, right? And if we wanted other investors, then we would get other investors involved. But what actually ended up happening was, as soon as we hatched this plan, one of my big customers went under. So I had like 100k shortfall straight away, plus like £500,000 worth of business that I would normally rely on to do stuff like this, just like gone. So what we ended up doing was putting out the feelers for investors. And so I started messaging around the place and saying, look, is anyone interested in doing this? And I got like quite a lot of good response. So we ended up getting an investor in for this one. So we bought it for 75.
Yeah.
We're going to spend 5
to 10. 5 to 20 on the wall.
5 to 10. We'll take you around and show you some of the stuff. And then, and we're hoping with an end value of about 110.
110 to 120, yeah.
Cool.
Depends how nice the valuer is to us.
Yeah. I suppose what kind of day it is.
Yeah.
And but we're not planning on selling it. We're going to hold it and we're going to let it.
Should get about £800 a month. So we should make £350 to £400 a month profit a month on this.
And obviously, like, that doesn't go in our pocket. That just goes back into the company so that we can continue to build the portfolio, right? So the previous owner bought this.
Yeah.
Spent like 30 grand on it, right?
Yeah.
And then never got a tenant in, never did anything with it. So it's been sitting for how long?
A year and a half, 2 years.
So like, which is mad. Like you just don't think that someone would like do that, like renovate a property and then just abandon it. So that's essentially what this place is. It's like an abandoned, renovated property. So kitchen in here, as you can see, the plastic's still on the extractor. Yeah, crazy. But it's quite nice. If you look down here, you'll see a load of debris. And you're like, where's that coming from? This wall here is out facing.
Yeah. Another issue that we've got is repairing this wall. This is the out facing wall. So again, experiencing damp issues. is peeling off. There's a lot of salt build up as well, so we need that treated. So we're probably going to have to cut a big square out of this wall, take it back to brick, replaster it, decorate it.
And we had a look outside as well, and there where it's rendered, there's like cracks in the wall, and we reckon that's letting water in. It looks like someone's gone mad with a silicone gun. Yeah. So we'll probably end up doing that and doing it properly.
Same again, walls completely fucked, so replacing, just stripping the whole wall back.
Yeah, really. Take the plaster back. Right?
Yeah, take it back to brick and then replaster it and put some protection below the plaster that's just stop the damp coming through, and then we won't have this issue again.
Yeah. I used to work in ventilation, right? One of the reasons why the damp will appear so bad here is because no one's been living here. They haven't had the heating on, they haven't had the windows open, so damp, stale air is just being allowed to stay in the property, and that will just go to the coldest spots and just wreak havoc, right? So although that is damp coming in, it won't be nearly as bad when people are actually living here, provided they ventilate the place correctly, right?
Master bedroom. Again, nice finishing up top.
Yeah, got some great mouldings. And it's a nice carpet. Good size.
Good size. I don't know if you can see his hoodie carpet. Sort of
see. I mean, it won't come up on camera, but there's it's a really nice area around here. It's like really picturesque, some nice hills. There's there's a garden up there, right? There's like a sort of like
patio.
Yeah, like a patio decking area up there. Yeah. So this all needs clearing. We'll clear all that, make it look nice.
And then the bathroom, again, it was all new 2 years ago, so
yeah,
it just needs cleaning up.
Yeah, new boiler,
so that just needs a new certificate. And
still got the stickers on the bumper.
Still got the stickers, yeah.
Crazy.
Just needs a clean.
Cool. The builder's been round this morning. Harry's taking care of all of that. The quote's coming in in the next week or two.
Today or tomorrow, actually.
So what?
So then he should be on site hopefully, subject to his workload, should be on site in the next sort of 3 to 4 weeks, I think.
Yep.
Hopefully completed end of July.
Yeah, cool. And so, end of July. Then it'll be ready for a tenant. Get a tenant in here. Get some rent rolling in, and then we're on to the next one because we've already got another one lined up, right?
Yeah, that's already under offer.
Where is it?
That's up in Sunderland.
Sunderland.
That is a social housing lease. So we've got a social housing tenant in there for 7 years, paying us sort of guaranteed rent.
Guaranteed rent,
and that'll increase every year as well in line with inflation. So
how did you get that one?
So again, it's just a contact up north that linked us into the property. So
Harry's got all the property contacts. I don't have those, but all right. So this one will be rented, and then we're on to the next one. And the tenant, at some point we will draw the equity out of this one.
Yeah.
And that'll go to another property. Or if the investor wants all of his money out straight away, it will go straight back to him. What we're doing is not only are we building a property portfolio and some long-term assets for ourselves and our business, we're also earning people money in the shorter term. If you've got money laying around or you've got money in a savings account somewhere, you're probably better off doing the sort of things we're doing, but you need the knowledge. Like, obviously Harry has a lot of knowledge in this. I've got a lot of knowledge in business. So the first investor, there's one of 3 at the moment, but the first investor who came in on this one, he was earning 10% on his money, and that just completely passively, and that's what he wants, really. So if you want to invest with us and you want to earn that kind of return on your money, then shoot me a message, man. You can get through to me on Instagram. I'll link that below. I'll link Harry's below as well. So if you want to follow along any of Harry's property stuff, because Harry does a lot of property. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comment box below. So there you go. That's a bit of a look into the property business side of things. On my way back now, it's a 2.5 hour drive. But to be fair, obviously it's my first long drive in this car, so I'm not mad about it. And this car, you just stick it in cruise control
It's like super easy. M4 all the way up to Wales and now all the way back. What I wanted to do was I wanted to draw back the curtain a little bit on the property thing, because I think that a lot of people are under the impression that property business is that you can get rich quick doing it. And it's just not my experience. It just doesn't work like that. Property is more like a long-term wealth building tool. So you can get rich with something like a business, but you build wealth with something like a property portfolio. At least that's the way I look at it. So the property business for me is very much about putting money somewhere safe and investing some of the money that I'm making with businesses into something that essentially it protects it from me. Because like the worst thing I do with money is like spend it. I've done the thing where I made like large sums of money and then just started like spending. It's not a strategy for success, put it that way. What's next for the property business is just more of the same, really. Buying properties, adding value, letting them out, building cash flow. So originally I was supposed to fund the properties, and then it quickly became apparent that like I probably couldn't keep up. So I thought, well, you know, maybe some people I know might want to invest, because over the years I've built a pretty solid network of friends and colleagues who, you know, cash is not an issue. So I sent out 5 messages and I got a pretty good response from most of them. I got a good response from all of them, but 2 of them said, look, it's not really something I'm looking at right now, but in the future, hit me up. I ended up getting an investor in for this one because it was just timing wise. Like, it was so much easier to do. I could offer that person a good deal on their money. I've already lined up a couple more, and it's quite interesting, right? When people have made money, they then don't know what to do with it. So like, you need to have options, right? And if you look at most very successful people, what they do with their money is they invest it in different things. And this is a high interest deal, right? We're offering people between 8 and 10% on what they put in. The next one's coming down the pipe any minute now, and then there'll be another one shortly after that. You know, it's one of them. We just keep plugging away. That's the goal with the property business. So I'm going to get home, open the laptop, and it's going to be more chasing outstanding invoices, things like that. So I'll see you back at home.